All is good. Head is pounding and hands are shaking. Yeah. Mine too, Daniel. Holy moly. Let's go to the laboratory. I bet the laboratory has something to do with dissolving. The other children cheered him on, his voice in a steadily rising pace urging him to do it. Am I really doing this? The young boy thought and struck his victim with a rock. Oh gosh. I want to know what that subplot is about. So just like this sub. Thank you. So many noises. Huh. Okay. Interesting. They're always hiding stuff behind other stuff. Gotta make sure that
Someone's coming.
Was that me? Did I say that? Did Daniel say that? Or was that a different voice? Gosh. I don't like that. Don't like that at all. Oh, are these the ones I can't open? Yeah. Oh, I can open this one, though. Come on. Come on. You're being so finicky right now. Thank you. Okay, this is lit, so that's good. Spooky well water, I guess. Ooh, hello. The lack of a chimney to properly vent the fumes from my most recent experiments has taken its toll on many of my less stable ingredients in storage. Some seem unaffected, but many are stained by the fumes and will be difficult to salvage. I shall do what I can and move them to the wine cellar. Oh, so now I've got to go to the wine cellar instead. Classic. Let's see what we can loot from here first. This oil. Oh.
There should be more cuprites. Let me see. And one part aquafortis.
Cuprite, aquafortis. Let's see if we can remember that. Cuprite and aquafortis. This is my third attempt to produce artificial vitae. The former compounds lack the potency I need, but I sense I'm close. Calamine and orpiment are a given, and the cuprite binds them well. This time I will attempt aqua regia instead of aquafortis, and hope it will produce a more even solution. The experiment was unsuccessful. The solution is highly acid and proves impractical to put to any use except as a detergent. Organic tissue reacts especially violently to the solution and should be handled with the greatest care. I might be able to use the recipe, but I'm losing hope that I will find an alchemic solution to my predicament. Uh-oh. I ran out of oil. Can I open drawers? Yeah, what a classic. I did this a lot in Soma. Lots of drawers to open. Get out of here, chair. Ooh. One day I will return. If it wasn't for the thought of you, my love, I wouldn't be able to go on. When I find myself doing terrible things, I take comfort in you. As long as I am able to think of you and long for a life together, I know I'm better than the others. I weep for them. They lust for power without restraint, where I only crave fair judgment and a safe return. That's spooky. What are you doing that's, like, so awful? And then why the heck does the thought of the love of your life make those things okay suddenly? What's going on, my guy? Okay, well, we gotta go to the wine cellar, so we'll go there next. Just trot over here. Trot ourselves up here. Running. So far, we haven't seen that shadow. Oh, he fell to the kitchen floor. Tears were beginning to well in his eyes as he received the first kick in his stomach. Hazel remained hidden in fear she, too, would be punished. gosh, it's so hard to keep track of that, along with the, I don't know, quote unquote, oh, it's locked and will not open without a key. It's hard to keep track of the loading screen storyline and the main game storyline and try and remember what's going on. All right, so we've got the regular archives up there. We came from the old archives. That's like the tutorial area. We can't go out that direction. We're currently in the entrance hall. We just came from the laboratory. The main game seems to continue down in the basement. That doorway is blocked, and I forget what's up here. Good for you. Yeah, that's windy. Oh, that door is blocked, so we need to wait until we can get a crowbar or something. Okay, well, I guess the only place to progress would be the archives then, so we'll head over this way. Also, I kept seeing the journal thing happen again. Do we have any... No diaries still. We've got our old bits and pieces. Oh, mementos. So these are like our quest guide. So we already found in the laboratory 4 chemicals can create a powerful acid, and acid is what we need to burn through the organic tissue. We need to get to the wine cellar eventually. We need to find a key. Okay, perfect. I'm seeing how this game fits together. Oh, and I forgot that we did this, but we picked up a chemistry pot, so that's helpful. Okay. Here's the archives. The door slammed shut behind him, and he knew that he would never again see the old tailor at Berkeley Square. Another lone soul in London. Seemed appropriate somehow. Oh, this isn't a castle anymore. We're like inside of a house. Okay. Library. Rare books. Oh yeah, that is what that means in Latin. Makes sense that the game would get it right.
16th of May, 1839. The unflinching African sun has continued to plague our expedition, making it impossible to dig until dusk. How Professor Herbert managed to find the location in these vast plains of nothingness remains a mystery to me. When I asked him about the tomb again, he told me about the legend of Tin Hanan, the mother of us all. An interesting story in its own right, but I can't help feeling there's more. Later that evening, we uncovered a passage beneath the dunes leading to a sand-covered stone structure. The professor was confident it was the tomb we sought and ordered the others to clear the way late into the dark, cold night. Tomorrow, I shall lead the men into the ancient structure, hoping to reach the burial chamber. No matter what the professor is keeping from me, the dig should yield something interesting to take back to London and the British Museum.
Interesting. So I'm an archaeologist of sorts, or paleontologist. Someone who studies past cultures and histories. I was apparently in Algeria doing research. Interesting. Very interesting. I think Algeria is pretty close to Europe, relatively speaking, for the rest of Africa, you know? This one's a little darker. Is it going to be so dark that it affects my sanity? Oh, see, look at this. Look at this. We've got a hallway that curves to the left, right? And we've got this room in the middle. That means something's probably going to be chasing us. We're going to have to duck into a room, or we're going to have to... Maybe there is something already here. We're just gonna... Okay. That makes me feel a little bit better. I hereby offer my full attention and services to Alexander, Baron of Brennenburg. This contract will reign for a total of 3 years when my freedom shall return to me. In addition, Alexander, Baron of Brennenburg, is to recommend my services at the Prussian royal court and within the sanctum of the Order of the Black Eagle. May no man break this seal. Wilhelm, House of Garrick. Interesting. So people have been pledging their services to Alexander We still don't know what for. I swear I'm hearing footsteps outside. Yeah, that's only when I make noise, though. It's funny. It's spooky, to be honest. I don't know why I said funny. Okay, it sounded like he was over here now. Footsteps, footsteps. I know the game can't hear me, but it feels like it can, you know? That's why I get so quiet sometimes. Ah, gosh. What does it say? Study. Awesome. No, open, please. Thank you. Okay, nothing over here. I gotta remember this layout, because if I need to run back through it quickly, we gotta know what's going on. I definitely hear something walking around. Can I light this one? I can. Interesting. I'm closing this door too, because they squeak. We'll probably hear them come in, you know, if they're gonna chase after me. Gosh, I hate that. That's awful. Tinder. Yay. I'm sure they're being so generous with the tinder boxes right now. As soon as we go into...
17th of May, 1839. My hands tremble as I write. I feel a need to document my tribulation, for I fear that my memory will fail me if I linger. Today, I took some men and ventured into the dark, ancient passage we uncovered. Our torches burned faintly in the murky air as we slowly made our way underground. The men were superstitious and fearful. They argued loudly, and I felt their strange language getting to me. I mustered my strength and yelled at them to continue down the slopes and broken steps. The crudely carved passage confused me. It looked much older than the 4th century structure we had expected. The twisting path emerged into a great antechamber. The walls were lined with statues unlike any I'd ever seen. Despite their unearthly quality, I felt a strange familiarity toward them, which haunts me still. At the far end of the chamber, a great slab of stone sealed off whatever lay ahead. I gave the order to raise it, and as I pushed through the narrow space, the heavy stone suddenly dropped, sealing me inside. I was trapped.
Okay. You ran out of space on the page to finish the story. Obviously, you didn't stay trapped. I'm right here. That was my diary. Okay, so he was investigating some old tomb or crypt or something. That's interesting. I don't know whether it's better to use tinderboxes or lanterns. Oh, I was saying earlier, though, it seems like they're being very generous with the tinderboxes at the beginning of the game. And I'm assuming that once we hit the basement, there's less sunlight to reach us. It's going to get a lot more difficult. Old tomes. Oh, yeah. Veteraes. That's old, like veteran. Veteran is a Latin derivative in English. So it's kind of cool. Oh. Hi, book. Spooky music. Gosh, they're really giving us so many tinderboxes to play around with. Oh. Oh gosh, that's not very much oil at all. I was getting excited that like maybe it would do like a full lantern, but no, it's hardly anything. Good to know. I just need a key to the wine cellar, please. That is all I need. Stay back, foul beast. Local history. Oh, it's locked. Okay. Darkness reduces my sanity, so we're just gonna do this. Oh, big room. Okay. Oh gosh, I'm gonna get so lost. And there's no map. I have a terrible sense of direction. Video games or real life. Chewbacca? Okay. Oh, we're pretty high off the ground. I have a terrible sense of direction, so you know we're gonna get lost. That's great. Can I open these? Can't open those. That sucks. Thank you. Oh, nice. Cool. Just a bunch of maps. Maps, maps, maps. Maps! Oh, look at that. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, that's loud. Oh my. Oh my. That was frightening. Can't like that. Okay.
May 1839. After pounding the unforgiving stone wall for what seemed like an eternity, I realized it was hopeless. I was trapped. I fell to the ground, gasping for air, trying to focus. That's when I saw a faint blue shimmer. My weakened body was heavy to carry, but I managed to push myself toward the enchanting light. It was waiting for me. Enclosed in dark nothingness, I felt myself drawn to the mystic light. I reached out, closing it in my hands. The faint glow escaped my fingers and began to spark brightly and spirit me away, unlocking alien memories of spiraling towers, endless deserts, and impossible geometry. The next thing I can remember is the grating sound of stone being lifted, the voices of the Arabs pulling me to safety, and grasped firmly in my hands was the broken pieces of a most peculiar relic.
Interesting. That was like cutscene diary. That was kind of fun. So now, not that. What's the J? Diary? Can I read it? Okay, cool. Fascinating. Sanity's restored. Okay, great. That always feels good too. Kingdom of Prussia, Central Prussia. Okay. Fragile, but not breakable by hand. Okay, so I need to get a crowbar or something again. Floor plans. Sure. I don't know what the heck we would find in floor plans.
Much of the castle is old and hasn't been tended to for centuries. When the shadow arrives, it won't take long until things start falling apart.
We're just buying time anyway. Let's do what we can.
There isn't much to be done about the walls. We should reinforce weak structures. The ground will tremble, and there's a risk everything will cave in on us, especially downstairs. Here, and there. Let's get the servants working on it.
Okay, so reinforcing stuff to slow the shadow down. He said here, and there. I was kind of hoping for X's on these maps. Oh gosh, are these maps real? Do they actually describe the layout of the castle? Like, I'm just asking, do I screenshot these for later? Or do I play the game? I don't want to use aids. I don't want to screenshot it. I think it'd be better if I just play the game. Oh! I can't get back. That loud noise was literally it caving in on me. Must find a new way out of this area. Yeah, I guess so. Huh. Well, obviously I can break that. I just need to find a tool. Is this a tool? No. A tool. What could I use as a tool? A weapon of some sort? What can I use to get out of here? Let us... Oh, I'm glad I found that. It would have sucked to leave one of those behind. Can I throw something at the wall? It said not breakable by hand, but what about throwing, you know? I'm a genius. Super chair. We're gonna take that with us.
You have to be swift when you activate the first one. You hear that? If it stops, you'll have to start over.
Isn't all this a bit excessive?
You can never be too careful, then.
Alright. There's some sort of secret door mechanism in the local history room. Great. Let's just take a look around before I start lighting things up. Well, we'll light this one up. Ooh, I want to get in there. This is so cool. I love this environment. Allstadt in Brennenburg Castle, 1801. Another region rich with lore is Allstadt, deep within the East Prussian woods. For centuries, there have been stories surrounding the hamlet and its neighbor, Castle Brennenburg. The quiet, forest-clad mountains dressed with scattered lakes is as picturesque as can be, albeit the area is haunted by the dark. Ask any local and you will hear proof of the widespread superstition. All travelers should indulge themselves in such conversations since it will certainly serve as exciting entertainment. All of them have their own twists on the tales, but there are some motifs that keep reappearing. The Gatherers. This story reaches all the way back to the time of the 30 Years' War. It is said that the soldiers who abandoned their duty got lost in the cold, dark woods and were forever damned to roam the grounds. Their bodies, wrought by their tainted souls, have left them disfigured and empty of essence. Many have cited them over the years and described them as horrid revenants. They move silently through the woods, shying away from any beholder. They are called gatherers as they seem to follow some ambition to steal living creatures. It is their prey, which can be heard struggling inside damp burlap sacks dragged behind them, which reveal their presence. What dark scheme do they follow? A visit undone. Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa, the well-known erudite, visited Allstadt on the start of the 16th century. He resided in the local inn for a fortnight as he looked for remnants of kingdoms past. During his stay, all the prominent members of society paid notice, and he is mentioned in many records of the time. One day he went to investigate a burrow in the northwestern glades, only to never be seen again. Heinrich is known to have passed away in Grenoble some 10 years later. He dismissed the notion of ever visiting Allstadt, which makes you wonder what really happened. Who was this mysterious man who visited the sleepy hamlet in the woods, and what happened to him? The Immortal Baron. The Baron of Brandenburg lives a reclusive life with his family at his castle nearby Allstadt, and like most those of noble birth, rumors are inherited alongside with the title. Researching the history reveals little before the castle was consumed by fire in the late 16th century. It was rebuilt by Alexander, a nobleman from the Rhinelands, claiming the role as protector of the Prussian state. Alexander helped the region to flourish and remained popular throughout his presumed lifetime. The family has always been secretive when it comes to lineage and heritage. Therefore, the birth and death of Alexander and his offspring has never been fully recorded. This has fed the idea that the Baron is in fact the one and the same who came from the west over 300 years ago, lived through the time of occupation, and joined the coveted Order of the Black Eagle along with the great leaders of this country. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, secret door mechanism. Secret door mechanism. Uh-oh. Oh, that's locked. Is there another one I need to find? Oh, there's two. Ah, wonderful. I am amazing. Reward me, game. Give me stuff. Oh, a key. I did not like that. That was not kind. Wilhelm and his fools have endangered my research long enough with their absent-minded handling of the human vessels. Oh. The sheriff is keeping a watchful eye on the forest and is killing my trusty servants. It's just a matter of time until they follow the trail to Brennenburg. I need to lock Wilhelm and his men up to avoid further investigation from the public. The wine cellar will therefore be sealed off until the matter has been handled. Either the king's men leave or they will starve. Whatever comes first, they can rot for all I care. Maybe I will feed them some wine. It would, in a sense, solve both of my problems. Okay, so Wilhelm was hired to help out, and sounds like he started not liking the, what was going on in this castle. Oh gosh, I did not mean to jump, I'm sorry. It scared me. Sounded like he didn't really agree with what was going on in the castle, and the sheriff caught wind of stuff, and Alexander had to get more secretive and bad. Oh, this just opened by itself. Okay, well, let's just go. We have the wine cellar key. I don't want to hang out anymore. I really don't. I lost myself already. Oh wow. Did you guys see that? There's something walking around in here. Oh, I did not like that. Hear it. Nope, run. Just run, just run, just run, just run. Just run, just run. Just run, just run. Get me out, get me out, get me out, get me out. Oh! The stone slab looked like a safety measure. It wasn't meant to be moved ever again. Is it still behind me? Oh gosh. Oh gosh. I don't like it. What is happening? What? What? All is good. Head is pounding and hands are shaking. Yeah. Mine too, Daniel. Holy moly. No, no thank you. No thank you. Wow. Okay. Well, this feels like a good place to wrap it up. We learned a lot. We got introduced to the story. Got a little bit of scare. We saw a humanoid thing. And when we pick up next time, we'll go to the wine cellar and try and create an acid to burn away the fleshy, goopy stuff. Alright, I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of your day. I hope that it's less spooky than this video game experience was for me. As always, stay casual.